the August nominee, and then the winner will be announced at Tony Wilson Morris Medal Night in September. So to today's game, last time these two sides met, it was North Albury that got the win. So interestingly, Yarra have been able to get over the top place Raiders twice, but are yet to get over North. Look, North led from the start and were able to gradually extend that lead. Lily Kelly was outstanding, 36 goals at 85%, supported by Keely Moore and Sophia Colhagen. Grace Hay best on. Georgia Ryan played in the game, and she's back today for her first game back from injury. For Yarra, Bridget Casa was 24 goals. Kalisha Pell only 4, and Maddie Allen played in that game. Maddie Allen isn't playing today, she's away. So it'll be slightly different lineups today as we welcome Leash Anderson to the broadcast. Welcome.
Oh, thanks, Tam.
Coming off another nail biter.
I was going to say, it feels like deja vu, like Groundhog Day when we were at home. So anyway, although I think the result went our way this time. It may not have been last time.
I reckon you went down by 1, yes.
Yeah.
Look, trying conditions, but they fought it out. Great to see that they were still able to fight it out despite that.
The weather.
Yeah. I was driving over thinking, oh, gee, I hope it's clear in Yarrawonga. Not to be, but hopefully it passes.
After the week we've had, and then...
Yes.
Anyway.
We'll get there. So the lineups for Yarrawonga, coached by Laura Ryan, Laura Davis, Bridget Casa, shooter with Kalisha Pell, Gemma Grimmond in the wing attack with Laura Irvine, Laura Ryan making out the mid-court, Kylie Leslie and Emily Larissy in that defensive lineup. Off the interchange, Annalise Grinter, Tilly Kennedy, Mila Kennedy and Eva Cummins, who made her debut last week. For North, led by Emily Brown, shooting Lily Kelly, Sophia Colhagen, mid-court, Maddie Lischke, Emily Brown, Georgia Ryan back in for her first game.
Yep. And
then Kelsey Lischke in goal defence alongside Grace Hay, Keely Moore and Ashmore on the interchange, and missing Bella Clancy today.
Oh, no.
Or is she there?
Bella is there today.
Oh,
she was out last week with illness and back again this week. So she's here.
Off the interchange as Yarrawonga get a start, first centre pass, and Kalisha Pell making no mistake for them. So I was just saying, interestingly, last time Kalisha just shooting 4 goals against North Albury and obviously not playing a full game, but she's certainly hitting some form.
I was going to say, coming off her game last week, which I gather was pretty 40-odd goals or something along those sorts of lines. So, yeah, she's certainly in form.
Yeah, she's putting up some big numbers, and looking at the hot shots, hasn't quite come into the top 5 yet, but wouldn't be far away. So you see,
it's pretty tight up there in the hot shots.
It is, isn't it? Outstanding numbers. As we see Soph Colhagen take the shot. Oh, that would normally pop in, I reckon, and it's popped out. But it will be a North Albury throw-in off the hands of Yarrawonga. Lily Kelly gets another opportunity for the Hoppers and pops it in. Oh, look, a couple of great matchups today, and I really wish it was dry court, but Laura Irvine and Em Brown in the centre, these two know each other so well. They'll have a fantastic tussle.
Oh, you're right. There's actually quite a few interesting ones out there too. Even Georgia Ryan.
Yes, and Maddie Lischke, she was the other one who I had down. I thought that would be a great contest. Both playing in the interleague side earlier in the year, so teammates on that occasion. And again, it will be interesting to see how Maddie adapts to the weather. We broadcast the game against Wang when it was wet, and I think she played the first half and came off, and I think really just sort of struggled with those conditions. But obviously, we've had probably a couple of wet games since then. So
she doesn't get to showcase her speed, does she, in this sort of weather? So
because she is unbelievable.
Yeah. I think this one will be a good matchup too. Actually, Gemma and Georgia.
Yes, it will actually, won't it?
Yeah.
So Georgia Ryan, sister of Laura on the opposition. So not the first time they've played against each other.
No, that's true.
And then obviously Grace Hay, Bridget Casa, another great battle. And again, probably know each other quite well now. It feels like Grace, she's only young, but she's been around for a while. So Yarra just sitting off, trying to take some space off North. Kelsey Lischke coming through to Maddie. They're able to find some space, and Brown to the centre's edge. What a great release over the top to Lily Kelly.
Yeah, and the timing of Lil to roll into that back space.
And hasn't she really, stepped up this season and just gone from strength to strength, Lily Kelly? She's had a great year.
Yeah, she has.
So turnover from Yarrawonga. Laura Ryan through to Laura Irvine. It's a team full of Lauras. Laura Davis, coach on the bench as well. And we have a new umpire today. So Jason, he's up from Melbourne, happened to be in the area, knows Sean, and put his hand up. So great to just have a different face.
Oh, Grace.
And, yeah, Grace, hey, getting tips that Yarra forced to work that around before they could find Kalisha. And today's not going to be the day for the big balls in, is it?
No, that's exactly right. It just goes through hands so easily, doesn't it? As soon as it's up in the air, you've got to mark it.
Absolutely. Get the grippo out, girls.
Yeah.
Brown. Oh, pinpoint ball to Kelsey. Couldn't hold it in, but Sophia on standby to pick it up. So last time these two played, North getting the win. Strong first quarter and just extended sort of each quarter. So,
and I think that would have been North's win against Yarra and first win in a long time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it probably was, yeah. And there we are. So Kelsey Lishke covering that pass to Kalisha Pell, forcing him to take another one around the circles. Casa off. And North with a great turnover there. So probably not quite where Bridge likes to shoot from. She likes to be right in under.
No, I was going to say that. And if they can force that one, I think that's to North's advantage, isn't it? Is to make Bridge take that shot.
Absolutely. And look, Emily Brown played a lot of netball against some of these Yarra girls over the years. So she'll certainly know how a lot of them play, as we see Sophia just doing a little bit of work outside the circle there. And then entering. Girls prepared to work it around from North. As they eventually find Lily Kelly, showing some good patience down that end, North Albury, and finish off. So it's North Albury, 4 goals, are leading the Pigeons 2 here. First quarter brought to you by Cavalier Homes. Pell looks to Casa, but Grace Hay just forces an error.
Oh, we might have missed that too. Sammy Murray coming off the bench for North Albury. So Sammy had her debut last game as well. Yeah, so she's just come on into wing defence.
She has rolled on. So was it last week, the week before she played up? Yeah.
Well, we had last week off because of the showdown. So, so last game we played against Rovers, Sammy had her debut game. So for another run around, probably also running, this is for Georgia's first game back too. So, and off a broken whatever she broke in her foot, so it's it was quite a serious injury, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. To come back.
Absolutely. I was certainly surprised that she was back as early as this.
Yeah, and I guess that's the M did say looking just to get her on for a quarter and a half, and I guess that's the benefit of the rolling subs. You can get out there and just test it a bit. These conditions are not ideal to be coming back in. You would have been. That's right. I did say to M, you'd be hoping for a dry day.
Oh yeah.
But great that Sammy Murray can just roll in and have a shot at it too.
Yeah, she's been playing really well through our 17s. So a great little defender.
Oh, she is, isn't she? Yes. Well, she made top 50 state trials last year, I think.
Correct. Yeah,
17s. Yeah. Trials for this year that's just finished. As we see, Brown trademark intercept. Still a little bit far out, so just work it back off the circle and reset.
Soph doesn't mind having the long shot either.
No, she doesn't, does she?
Yeah, she's confident with that.
So North Albury go to 5, leading the Pigeons 2 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. Centre's just trying to sort it out. Brown into the pocket on the drive. And just eventually finds Kelly, but an obstruction call there. So Soph will take that. Lil setting up for the pass. And those arms of M. Larissy just getting the tip to it, but North able to recover and pull it back in. Leslie and Irvine having to work it. So North just taking up a bit of the space, forced them along that sideline there. No one had anywhere to go. Having to switch to the other side now. And again, North just sitting off and taking up some space here. Sammy Murray taking out Gemma Grimmon's option there. Great defence here by North. They've really held up Yarrawonga.
Yeah, they're
on
still
this
trying
occasion.
to get through the middle. Yeah, it took them a while to
Ryan
get through that centre. Although they were good and patient, I think, too, Yarra. And great creating space for herself there, Bridget.
Yeah, and Hay is probably one of the strongest rebounders in the league, I think, Grace Hay. And they've moved it very quickly down to the other end. Maddie Lischke finding an open court. And Irvine went hunting.
Nearly talked Kels out of it.
She heard her coming.
Yeah.
And Kelly finishes off for North Albury. So they go to 6 goals, leading Yarrawonga 2. We've gone 8.5 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. Casa coming out. Oh, bounce pass cross court to Irvine. Just dribbles it, but able to recover. It's an optimistic pass on a day like today, isn't it, the bounce pass? And Brown somehow ends up with that. But a repossession called. Casa, quick pass to Pell over the top and makes it no mistake. Takes Yarrawonga to 3 goals. Just working it round Laura Ryan with the tip, but contact call. So Maddie Lischke taking the ball, finds Kelly in the quick 1-2. And I just love the confidence with which Khalil turns to shoot. Must be hard as a defender to come up against someone who's so accurate and plays with that confidence.
And we probably don't have too many throughout the league left-hand shooters either, do we?
No.
Like there's plenty of left-handers, but as a shooter, I think that's the uniqueness then of Lily in that spot too.
There is Georgia Clark a left hand?
She might
I think she might be. Yep. There is someone else, but I think it is her. But yeah, you're right. There isn't a lot, so it's. For defenders, it's just reminding themselves of that and setting up on the right side. A great tip by Maddie Lischke.
She showed a little bit of her pace there.
Yes. And I haven't played on this court, so I'm not sure, but it looks like it's probably holding up okay in the wet.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be. We haven't seen it in any of the games so far today.
Has it, As we see Casa take the Pigeons to 5 goals, just able to claw a couple back there. 5 plays 7. Laura Irvine forced to go back a long way to Leslie. She's held up again. Ryan coming through eventually. And Grimmond and Murray. That's a great battle out there. Sammy just riding her. And she's normally circle defender, Sammy, in 17.
Yeah, she is. She's played a few through B and C, coming on in the wing defence role, and has done a good job there. So she's not uncomfortable in that position, but with her peers, I suppose.
Yeah, she's taller,
makes her a circle defender. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's amazing across the way she covers the ground. She's quite it's nearly graceful. Is that the word? And her closing speed.
Yes. Yeah, she does pick up a lot of balls through there, doesn't she? As we see. Kelly finish off for North Albury, just takes them back out to 8 goals. Irvine held up, finds Pell. Grimmond on the and dangerous. Trying to go across Grace Hay. Grace managed to get to the ball but just couldn't hold her feet and stepped out. Took out the post in the meantime. Irvine. Casa, not within shooting range, looks for the refeed and finds Grimmond and makes no mistake that time.
And Yarra nearly pulled off the mismatch in there too, didn't they, with Kels back on Bridget. But I think Grace there on Kalisha sort of held that up a bit. They still end up with the score though.
Oh, great vision by Brown to see Kelly driving back to post. And Kelsey Lischke, she's done great in wing defence, in goal defence for the games I've seen, because she's not particularly tall. She's given away a fair bit of height, but she's got great speed, doesn't she, in anticipation.
Unassuming, and I think then the benefits of running around in wing defence is she can just match one-on-one, and she knows she gives away that little bit, but
But she's got Grace hastening behind her too.
That's what I was going to say. Great faith in what Grace will do, and vice versa. Grace knows that Kels will just run and make it hard, but she can have a crack at those balls.
Yeah. We see a collision between Casa and Hay. So contact called on Hay there. So Pell will take it, steps in. And it pops out. And the battle is on. Casa coming through with it. Repossession call. So North coming through Brown. Lischke through the middle with the 1-2 with Emily, and haven't they formed a great partnership? A little bit of a loose one there. Brown takes out the fence. Hopefully she is okay. That's commitment, I tell you what. Ryan on the drive finds Irvine. He's found a little bit more space at that instance there. Pell to Grimmond. Not long left in this quarter, about a minute to go. So Castro will take the penalty. Won't be within her shooting range. Looks for Kalisha Pell.
I think that'll play a part in the day too. Is the umpire's probably not familiar to both teams, so it'll be an adaptation as to what he could like, how he sees the game too. I think that can play a big part in games with players as well. Yeah, for sure. Oh, and a late contact by Leslie, so Kelly will get the shot. Yeah, you're right. They will have to adjust and work out what his distances are and how he's going to let the contest go. Yep, the replayed, all of those sorts of what he sees at, because replayed's been an interesting one, hasn't it, with the change of rules? It has. And Brown. She does that so well. Yeah, so strong in the air. Yep. Yeah, it is, because the rule actually says you can bat it, bounce it once, bat it to yourself once, but I think still repossession is probably getting called. Oh yeah, that's right. And we've got to learn what the umpires, how they deem it. I suppose is that the right word? Yeah. So Grimmond with the ball outside, looks to Pell, goes over and finds some space. She makes no mistake. So Yarrawonga go to 9, trailing North Albury by 1, and there is the quarter time hooter. So it's the Hoppers with a 1-goal lead. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. apiece until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball. We're at the JC Low Oval and it's the Yarrawonga Pigeons hosting North Albury. It's third place, fourth. And as we start this second quarter, it's North Albury 10 goals leading Yarrawonga 9. Just popping the ball over the sideline there. So a turnover straight away to Yarrawonga.
You probably mentioned it earlier before the game started, Tam. It would be like it's a key game, isn't it, for both sides just to get the double chance? Yep. I would have thought it comes down to, I'm not sure who Yarra's got next week. I haven't looked at the draw.
Yeah, both sides have bottoms, right. 5 sides. So North will take on Wodonga and Yarra have the Rovers, and I don't believe Kimball just playing. So
so it is. Whoever wins it will probably get third spot.
Yeah, it's a big game. Big game
unless Cora, if 2 wins to Cora.
Yeah, so Cora have got the Raiders today and then Lavington, but they're still a game behind.
Yeah, so it is whoever wins this one pretty much will get that third spot.
Yep, absolutely. So another good game today is the Raiders and Corowa.
Yep.
So be interested to see. Let's check some other scores while this game plays out. Bridget coming out.
And then double chance will be big, I think, in this, because you look at the 5, there's there's not a lot between them, so you to afford yourself a bit of an opportunity, I suppose.
Absolutely. I think you'd be wanting a double chance. As you see, Casa put one on the board for Yarrawonga, takes them to 10 goals apiece. You're right. I think the double chance, because every one of these sides in the top 5 can win it on their day. It's just so close.
So no real changes here for Yarra coming into this second quarter, but I think North Albury's brought Bella Clancy into wing defence, taking Sammy Maris' spot from the quarter time break. Otherwise, no other changes. Probably the only change, I think.
Yes, the rest look the same. Just pressure from Yarra at the centre, forcing the ball over the sideline. So 10 goals apiece in the Raiders and Corowa game. So that's a tight one. Lavington leading Wodonga, Myrtleford leading the Rovers, and Wangaratta leading Albury. And I did mention earlier, just waiting to hear the injury to Izzy Newton and what the outcome of that is. So Pell.
Oh, yeah, well covered there by M to ensure that.
She looked at Irvine, didn't she? And decided against it smartly.
Yes.
Eventually they work it in. So Yarrawonga take the lead for the first time this quarter. It's 12 goals, plays 10. Casa finishing off.
I feel like there's a little bit of a change. I feel like I've been used to the years of Bridget sitting there under the post, but they haven't been afraid of letting Kalisha post up and Bridget doing a little bit of the work outside, even though she's in the goal shooter spot.
Yeah.
And it's nearly trying to afford that mismatch too, isn't it? That Grace comes off with, it doesn't matter who out, but whoever's then in a one-on-one under the post.
Try and isolate her, absolutely. Yeah, and we broadcast the Yarrawonga Raiders game a couple of weeks ago, and Kalisha Pett was outstanding that game, and posted up beautifully. Just a footwork call there. Put the Moz on her. So North get the ball back. Just haven't been able to steady this quarter yet. So Brown sends it big ball cross court to Maddie Lischke, to Soph Colhagen. Lily Kelly's on the move. Em's too close to pass it to her, but she gets it to Soph over the top. And those hands of Larissy, she's just timing that jump to perfection. So Yarra finding a bit of space on that occasion. They've moved it quickly to the other end. Gemma Grimmond forced to go back to the line though. You just see Grace Hay just sitting off. Pell's at the post, but they certainly don't look like they want to risk getting it to her. find her on that occasion. She can't score the goal, and it'll be a pass in by North Albury. So Grace Hay with the ball. Yarra, lots of talk here, trying to take up the space that North Albury need to move it. They break through. Colhagen to Clancy. Brown. Lischke, snappy little bounce pass through. Finds Colhagen. And a beautiful goal. She just waited for the jump on that occasion, didn't she? So it's 13 plays 11 here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. Yarra controlled it so far this quarter. Leslie goes over, and as you said, Bridget Casa right out there.
It's unusual to see Bridge out there. I'm sure over the last few weeks it looks like that's what she has been doing, but it's a change.
Yeah, and Hay not following us, sitting back and stopping that big ball to Pell, although she ended up with it on that occasion and able to score. So, Brown, great drive to circle edge. Quick 1-2 with Lischke, waiting for a shooter to present. Kelly, got a work cut out for on Larissy. She's just staying in it for the most part, Larissy. A contact call eventually, but North able to score.
So Larissy sort of solidified her spot in that goalkeeper towards the end of the season. It probably didn't start that way, I wouldn't have said. So that's good to see.
Yeah, I think she's really had a great season, certainly the second half. As we see Casa, because she played more of a wing,
defence,
a bit of a wing defence role there at one stage.
Yeah, and most of last year in her first year at Yarrawonga would have been out there, I think. Yeah,
and coming off the bench as well. So, and
Yarra have had their fair share of pretty good keepers, like to work yourself into that spot with your Hannah Symes and your Annalise.
Well, that's right. And Leslie, she knew she couldn't pick that ball up and just had to stand there and look at it and wait for someone else. So North Albury with the ball back. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Annalise Grinner's sitting off the interchange today. So, but I think, Em's a real confidence player, and she's obviously got lots of confidence at the moment. Colhagen on the rebound, couldn't get it to a teammate. Yeah, and Hannah Symes has come back, played a few games just in the back half of this season, not enough to qualify, but helped them out. They've had some weeks.
Wish we had a maternity leave program like theirs.
Yes, I know. Yes. I like that maternity leave program. Yeah, they certainly do, don't they?
Oh no,
as we see,
it's great. They've got an awesome bunch of girls running, running through this club. So half their luck.
Absolutely. Grimmond can't get it past the hands of Clancy. Forced to go back to the line, but an obstruction call. Found, so Casa. Quick 1-2, but
well covered there by Kels.
She did a great job. Oh, and hey, she nearly got fingertips to that, but Pell able to pick it up in the back space.
And it was from a low spot from Gemma too, so perfectly timed.
We see Keely Moore looks like she's getting ready to sub on for North Albury.
Oh, well taken by Em.
Brown and Ryan. Yeah. Be a great battle. Those two match up on each other. Laura Ryan has been switching to centre, so we'll see whether that comes about today as Kelly, just short.
Nearly spoiled each other. Kylie and Emily.
Good pick up by Ryan on the run. Moving it down the sideline, Yarrawonga. Casa finishing off. So Yarrawonga have skipped out now, gone to an 18-12 goal lead here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. We've gone about 8 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. So Keely Moore's just rolled into that goal attack position. Another one out of the 17s last year, isn't she?
Yes, yep. Yeah, when she's worked her way, her and Sophia goal attacks, I would say. So they've sort of played that switching role through there and being the runners and Lil posting up, which has worked quite well. I think against Rovers last week, though, they ran the game out, really making, trying to solidify some variety for us as well. So Lil didn't take the court against Rovers.
Yeah, I noticed she didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think that's going to be important in finals, isn't it? Having a few changes at your disposal, and because I think some of these games are just going to come down to matchups. It's really interesting.
Yeah, that's right. And all gamesmanship of trying to work out, play the card that no one's going to expect, and it works.
Well, and the game we broadcast, Wangaratta and North Albury, Keely went into wing attack, and it was a really great point of difference. I think Maddie Lischke's speed had been taken out of it because of the wet conditions on Leah Genvy too, who's super fast. But Keely went in, and just being tall, she just provided a point of difference, and it probably worked really well for them.
Yep, long arms. It does make exactly something different to Maddie's speed, which is certainly an asset, but not everything works all the time, does it?
No. So Hay with the rebound there for North Albury. We'll reset and take it again. Clancy to Lischke. Brown popping through. Oh, went over the top, couldn't find her. Not enough on the pass.
Yeah, so a little bit off balance and trying to deliver it, and no one was coming to her.
Great to see Em have such a consistent season too. She's, especially after the disappointment of last year and that injury.
Yes.
She's certainly looking as fit as I reckon I've ever seen her.
And it's like anyone when you're talking about Em, isn't it? Confidence is such a massive part of the game, and Keely Moore sprays that one over the line.
So Yarra looking to go down. Ryan Irvine coming up with it, forced to go back. So Lischke doing a great job here of covering Laura Ryan, finding it hard to get ball to her. They find her eventually. Irvine to Grimmond. And I guess the other thing for Yarrawonga is they've got Tilly Kennedy sitting over there on the bench at their disposal. She will roll on at some stage. I'm sure she did the other week against Raiders, and she had an outstanding quarter that she was on. So nice to have that at your disposal.
And they've found form at the right time of the year at the moment, haven't they? So work to get these young girls on the court and match fit.
Well, yeah, it's a scary proposition, isn't it, Yarrawonga in September? North.
It is.
For those that have been around and know the history and the strength at which they bring to finals.
Yeah. And the depth, isn't it? Like their depth is fabulous. Although it's good to see. Yesterday, I think we were looking at the ladder. I think every club's represented through finals. It looks like it, I should say. Like it looks like that will be the case.
Yeah, you're right.
There's probably a risk that there's, of a couple that could change, but broadly.
Yeah, no, and Lavie got over Wodonga in the 15s today, so that should put them in. So that should be every club at this stage, you're right, with a team in finals, which is just fantastic.
Because there is a little bit of difference at the moment insofar as I feel like your two junior sides are, it's a similar clubs, and then your senior sides, you can see where the strength, which is the other 5 clubs, if you like.
That's right, because Wodonga and Rovers, senior grades not so much, but very strong through their juniors.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I think, we want every club there. You want every club experiencing finals, being part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. It's been, I think, since COVID and the introduction of the junior grades, I think we've seen a change in our competition, and which is good. There was certainly a change in the C grade, I think, with the introduction of the juniors, but I feel like then C grade competition has got back to where it was, pre-juniors, which I think's invaluable for the depth in senior netball.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to have them coming through. And I think the other thing too, for the juniors coming through this, they're really exposed now to some great coaching, whether they're in rep teams, and even for those that don't go through that high performance pathway, but just being involved in rep teams, and there's more coaches around now who are getting coaching qualifications, and there's more opportunities for courses and that sort of thing. So I think the juniors are coming through with some wonderful skills, and this year we've just seen so many step onto the A-grade court.
So North have changed up just in the defence end and brought Ash Moore on, who's been playing really well through B grade, so invaluable. She is a little bit of our plugs all the holes, I think, in B grade between mid-court and defending. We haven't got a shoot yet, but
but time.
But that's right. No, she's a mid-court defender, so not hugely tall, so a bit like Sammy, probably a similar size to Sammy, so can play that role through the circle, but also invaluable through the mid-court.
And we see Ryan there having a laugh. She's hoping she got away with that over the top of Lischke and didn't. So is that Keely's sister?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a couple of sisters on the court here for...
Yeah, that's right.
Have been rolling onto the court, not currently, but the Moores and the Lishke sisters both out there. So North just holding up Yarra again. So they've... Yes, and Sammy Murray, there's that one we talked about.
Well, I think that might end up with North.
Contest by Sammy, I think.
Kylie got a poke in the eye, maybe?
Leslie got in the way of that, but Sammy certainly eyes for the ball. It was a great chase.
I thought Sammy might have got that off Kylie's legs.
Yes, it looked like it, didn't it? And that ball was very close to the line, but eventually rolled over. So North will get it down the other end. So great confidence by Sammy to have a flight that, and then to be able to chase it up the way she did. Hey, brilliant outlet pass to Maddie Lishke. Brown on the run.
I think that's what Lily and Maddie have done really well for M, for that fast pace that M, they make sure that they're to beat that ball for M. I think that's been, that's been one of the bigger changes then for North going into this year, that's created some more reliability of that entering the circle. And
absolutely, and hard to beat.
Oh, I know, because M just comes flying down that court. So, So
here's the halftime hooter. It's Yarrawonga 21 leading the Hoppers 14 here. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball. It is half time at the JCLO Oval, and it is the Yarrawonga Pigeons. A big second quarter's put them in front, leading the Hoppers 14. Couple of changes. See Tilly Kennedy coming into the centre position for Yarrawonga. Annalise Grinner into goal defence, replacing Kylie Leslie. All other positions look the same. For North Aubrey, Leash all looks... Sammy Murray, I know she finished the season.
Finished there. Maybe Bella Clancy into goal defence, because I think Ash Moore
yes, she did.
Yeah, finished that quarter off in there.
And Keely Moore to wing attack. So to goal attack. So a few changes coming into...
Well, they probably needed to try something, I think. That quarter, we probably only scored 4 goals. We were maybe 10 at quarter time, that feel right?
Yeah, it was, It was 10 goals only for that quarter. So, I certainly put the stops on there. So, Grimmond.
Oh, there's Sammy.
There she goes. Great tip.
Oh, and
rewarded.
Yeah.
Hay to Clancy.
Not where you want to fumble it either.
Oh, no. To the post. Quickly turn and chase that one down.
I was going to say defender's worst nightmare.
Murray to Brown to Moore. Nearly got caught out, but looked up at the right time. Brown goes over to Moore. And that's the benefit of her height, isn't it, in that position?
Yeah. And it's always nice. I think sometimes a wing attack, a goaler going into wing attack can be beneficial on feeding the goalers, can't it?
Yeah, I remember that game against Wang. They were able just to pop it up to her into space to find her.
Because their mid-court's it's not a big mid-court by any stretch.
No,
so
it was a real mismatch. Forced to go back here to Sammy Murray, but they're working it forward again. Brown looks long, goes across, and Cole Hagan on the drive, and they work it into Lily Kelly. Goes for the long one. Larissy sweeps up. So Yarra looking for some runs from the midcourt.
Go to that one, Sammy.
It was 3-on-1 there too. Pell, dangerous pass into Cass. So 2-on-1. The big one from outside the circle. They've been able to come up with it.
And they haven't been able to pull those ones off in just sitting under the space, especially if it's been Grace in just. Even if it's a metre, even if she's a metre off the body, she manages to get a hand to it.
As we see her
rebound.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think even just looking and seeing her in that front space make you nervous. And Kennedy coming through, but just slightly late to the contest. So Hay with the penalty.
Yep, good commitment from both girls. Neither of them going to shy away from that one.
No. Kelly on the drive out to Brown. Flicks it cross court and back to the line for a big reset. And somehow Em's got across there that time. Cole Hagan, so being forced to really just play it around here north. Keely Moore saying, go back, you've got further. Kelly finishes off. So North Aubrey move to 16, trailing Yarrawonga 22.
Better start to the quarter.
Much better, yes. Forced to go back here, Yarrawonga. Someone's wardrobe malfunction. So Grinta forced to go back. Sammy Murray covered Kennedy well in that contest. Kennedy again. And Casa just gets it past the hands of Brown.
No, they didn't want to give that one in there with Grace lurking.
No. And you wouldn't, would you?
No.
Casa gives a little one off to Pell, who's under the post. She finishes off for the Pigeons. They go to 23. In the other games, it's Raiders 21 leading Corowa 19. Lavington with a big lead over Wodonga. Myrtleford a big lead over the Rovers. And Wang a big lead over Albury. So that Corowa Raiders game really the other one to watch there.
And it should go down to the wire, shouldn't it? I think.
Yes, it should be a cracking game.
They've got what's the word I'm looking for? A much more settled side, Corowa. Like theirs have had a few availability.
Yes.
People not available, but as heading into finals, they're becoming a little bit more stable and settled.
Yeah, Lou Madden's back in now. She had a good game last week, lots of goals. So.
And she's then taken top spot for hot shots.
She has,
but hasn't quite reached the minimum total.
Has just missed it now. I just got it now. So she's still on 208 attempts. So she's shot.
She should reach
that
today.
So she's shot to the top. Kim Borger actually leads the hot shots in percentage, but she's only had 150 attempts, so not quite enough attempts to qualify. She would need to play next week and have a lot of ball, but sitting on 95% in the couple of games that she's played.
Yeah, good fake there from Gemma Grimmond, looking outside the circle, and North's defenders had a crack at it, so she was able to hit under the post.
Casa with the 1-2, but Hay read it and covered it. Forced to take another avenue. And again, Clancy just covering that pass to Pearl. And Casa looking very ginger after that one. So they're not bouncing up. Probably a back by the look of it.
Yeah, it did hurt a bit, didn't it?
Pearl finishes off. Takes the Pigeons to 26, leading the Hoppers 17. Just North needing to claw back a few this quarter, really make a goal of it the last if they're in with a shot.
Yeah, good work into front space there from Lily Kelly.
She finishes off. So it's 18 plays 26 here on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. Gone 6 minutes. Yarrawonga through Pearl. And the rain's just stuck around, just this misty kind of weather. Sun looks like it's trying to come out, but the court is very, very wet.
Yeah.
Cass up with the 1-2 to Kennedy. Waits for Pearl to pop out, and she'll won't finish off. Hay underneath that. So North just lost a couple of turnovers, but unfortunately lost that one over the sideline. They've certainly had a lot more of the ball this quarter.
And I think they have forced but haven't been able to get the score. Bridget to work even a little bit harder too, I think.
Yep.
In good hands there from Clancy. But we can't underestimate that Bridget won't be happy to work. She'll.
No, that's right. She's that competitive spirit.
Yeah,
isn't it? You know?
You've got to love it.
Never say die. So Grace Hay will take the pass for North Albury to Clancy to Murray. Looking to work it through the middle of the court. Just patient. Shortened it up. Kelly finds Brown on the drive to circle edge, and Colhagen steps in and says thank you very much. And she takes North Albury to 19. So back to 7 goals. Colhagen to Brown. Kelly out of the circle and took Larissy with her on that occasion. Colhagen. Oh, gee, she looks confident on that shot and has ended up with the rebound. Well done. So a couple of quick goals from North takes them to 20, trailing Yarrawonga 26. And Murray again, great hands to that. Forces over the sideline. Casa forced to go back. No one coming at her. And Hay just sitting off, but a repossession for Grimmond. The wet ball, not playing the game. So Hoppers with another opportunity here. No one coming at M. She finds Killymore eventually. Opts for the long one to Kelly. She opts for another long one to M. They're just swinging it across the court here at the moment. Colhagen too far out. And M. Brown with a nice pass into the space finds Kelly on the hold. So North Albury go to 21, trailing 26. They've really pegged it back here the last few minutes. And just through persistence, isn't it? And patience.
Yep.
Ooh, Brown wanted that one.
Yeah.
She thought she'd work for that.
Well, I was just having a look at a little fun fact down the court there, Tam, and I can see I think we've only got Em and Soph as the only not teenagers in the North Albury side out on the court at the moment. I thought, hang on, Roto. And when you're talking about experience and having to be patient, so it's, keeping these young girls' heads in the game is
incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Versus the Yarrawonga side.
There's still a few. I'd say there's still a couple out there, though, teenage.
Well, Pell, the youngest for Yarra.
Yep.
The rest of them have a fair bit of experience. Even Tilly Kennedy, not old, but certainly had a lot of experience over the years. But North coming up with the balls. So
yes, we won't underestimate hers or Grace's experience.
No, that's right. Colhagen again turning. Just missing on that occasion. Grinter always strong on the rebound as well. So Yarrawonga, ball just going back and forth a little bit in the last couple of minutes. Ryan, no one. Eventually finds Annalise Gruner on the sideline. They're close to the line there. Sammy Murray making a contest. And umpire just says watch the contact. So Casa eventually with the ball. Looks to the pass to Pearl. Great tip there by Grace Hay.
Yep, she looked to go at it as well, but I think had a little bit of traffic in the way.
In the way she did. There's no clear path, was there? Bridget finds Pearl.
I think North worked pretty hard to get that match back with Grace onto Bridget then, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. So Yarra eventually scored. It's been a little while since they've scored a goal. 27 plays 21. We've got about 4 minutes to play in this quarter. North work it back. Just timing their drives better this quarter, North.
Yep.
Allowing for a clear pass. Colhagen looks to Kelly, not on, decides to go there eventually. And Brown just directing Lil where to go. Finds her. Ball's off, but I reckon the defender's foot was out. Yeah, so Colhagen will take the penalty for North on the baseline. She turns, just pops it in. It looks amazing.
And it's a quick release too, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think given a height, it has to be, doesn't it?
Yep.
Because she'll come up against defenders she gives a fair bit of height away too, but that turn and get it up quickly and release it quickly doesn't allow them to get set over the shot, as we see more. Find Colhagen again and again. Turn, release. Move to 23, trailing Yarrawonga 27 here in the third play on the NZ. Grimmond. Grace Hay went hunting and Yarra just able to tip it the Cass up, but a held ball, no goal scored. It is one of the things that you can sometimes force with Bridget. She does hold it a while, and a strong defender like Grace Hay, they can get set over it, stay balanced and stay in play. Always a chance, as we see North go to Kelly. Kennedy chases, Brown under it. North come down with the ball. But
it's come back to Yarra. Yep.
I think it might have been offside call. I reckon Em Brown, when she went to sweep that circle, might have stepped in. So Yarra on the run.
I think you're right too, Tam. It's now the change of it's not only matchups but matchups for the conditions, isn't it? That's helped.
And Myla Kennedy's rolled into the game in goal attack. So
it was going to be my next question. I was looking at the bench trying to work out who their third goaler was.
Yeah, so Myla, she goes to boarding school in Melbourne, but comes back and obviously qualifying, and she's an absolute up-and-coming superstar, there's no doubt. I don't know if she's 15 yet.
Right.
I'm not sure if she's still 14 or if she's hit 15, but certainly young, yeah. So
the families with 4 girls here, it's amazing.
Yes, I know. Yes, something in the water, isn't there? Yeah. So Myla was in the made the top 50 for the state 7 and under. Didn't progress to the top 25, but like I said, she's only young. She's plenty ahead of her. And Kelly finishes off, takes North Albury to 24, trailing Yarrawonga 28.
Sammy.
Final minute of the game. And
what
Murray
a great take.
Timed to perfection. Kelly out. Brown to Moore. Again, just happy to work it round. Kelly and Grimmond able to mop up on the line. So, and good cover by Murray. She just shut off that first ball to Grimmond, forced them to take another option. Myla Kennedy out, goes to Sister Tilly. And the thing with Myla is she'll turn and shoot from anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
So, loves a long bomb, although misses on that occasion. Put the Moz on her.
Do it, Sammy. Good girl.
So, North have to run it quickly. There's not long to go in this quarter. Grace Hay to Moore in the middle. To Brown. Brown will look to play on. They need to get it down there, and they've run out of time. So, North Albury, a comeback quarter. They are trailing Yarrawonga 24-28. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball. We've got 1 quarter to go in the game between Yarrawonga and North Albury. It's Yarrawonga 28 leading the Hoppers 24, but a great quarter, that one by North Albury to peg back the margin, and Brown finds Cole Hagan lurking under the post, and great vision and confidence to deliver that. So 25 plays 28 for Yarrawonga. They've left Myla Kennedy in goal attack, Laura Irvine to centre to replace Tilly Kennedy, Gemma Grimman staying wing attack, Kalisha Pell into shooter. Kylie Leslie back to goal defence with M. Larissy in keeper. For North Albury, I think it's the same, isn't it?
The only change would be Maddie Lishke's back into wing attack.
Yes, of course, yeah.
So giving Maddie a chance to sit there on the last quarter and just see what's happening, which sometimes can be so beneficial, can't it?
Absolutely, especially when you've got a fee boyer on the bench. You can just give her a few little tips and say, look at this and look at that. And
see what they're doing and what's happening, because it's so hard to see it when you're playing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Kelly finishes off. So North, 2 quick goals. They go to 26, trailing at Yarrawonga 28. The final quarter brought to you by Martins. Albury. Brown over the top. Oh, just gets past the hands of Larissy, but Colhagen couldn't get it to a teammate.
Not expecting it, or thought hands were going to hit it and took her off it maybe.
And Grace Hay doing everything. And Brown, deadly on the circle, isn't she?
Offside though?
Yep, offside that time, but no one plays the ring better than she does.
Defending or attacking.
That's right, exactly, absolutely. As we see Irvine thread it through to Pell under the post. She makes no mistake, goes to 29 to Yarrawonga. The other games, Coral have hit the lead 29-28 against the Raiders, so it's game on there.
Who's at home with that one, Tam?
Corowa.
Yep,
Corowa hosting. They've gone to 30 now. So 2 goals up on Raiders. Raiders needing the win to stay top, with Wang having a strong lead over Albury. But those two play each other next week. So Raiders drop today and Wang get up. It'll all come down to next week's game.
Well, that's the way you want a season to end, isn't it?
Yep.
Especially now that the 5's set, no one else can make the 5, so now at least it makes it then worthwhile for people jostling for spots.
Yep. Yeah, and it's a tricky one, isn't it? You want top, but do you want top? Do you want the week off? I mean, Raiders have had a bit of a tough run. They had Yarra, they've got Cora today, they've got Wang, so they've got top 5 sides leading in. The week off might be great for them, but I don't know. It's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one, because I'm going to say, and M. Brown would love the week off, but do you need? Do
you want your young ones?
You have a week off. That's right.
Yeah, I agree. It's catch 22. So Yarrawonga 30, leading North 27 so far in this quarter. Kennedy with the penalty. Steps around, makes no mistake, takes Yarrawonga to 31. 4 goals in it. Brown quickly back to the centre. Lishke to Clancy, back to Lishke to Brown. To Kelly. Leslie's down. They need to make the most of this. Colhagen turns.
Oh, great confidence.
Got her eye in. Takes North Albury to 28. Myla Kennedy hot off the line. Forced to go sideways. The rain just coming back in. We've got some sunshine, but also got some rain setting back in. And I have to say, given the conditions, both sides, the skill level's been fantastic.
It has.
Kennedy with the long bomb, but hey.
And it probably doesn't matter if it stops raining now anyway, does it? Like the court's not going to dry in the next 12 minutes.
No, that's right. But I think, both sides have adjusted really well. Concentration's been good. Haven't seen too many sloppy passes and drop balls. So we see North with another one. They go to 29, 2 goals in it.
And their centre pass.
Absolutely. And again, just seeing that patience, waiting for someone to present and be a clear option. And Lily Kelly's drawn the contact on Larissy. So Colhagen take it, but Kelly also drawing another one. Oh, and Lily coming in for the rebound. Just contact called. Yarra just working it around Irvine. Forced to go back to Laura Ryan. Happy to play around with it. Sammy Murray just the contact, I think. So Myla Kennedy out. And they find Pearl. So very young circle here for Yarrawonga.
Yeah, yep.
And unlucky contact, yeah. Kennedy takes Yarrawonga to 32, leading the Hoppers 29. So just breaking one back there. Leslie to Ryan to Irvine. Experience all the way down their court. Myla Kennedy looks in, has to go back, but a held ball called. So great defence by North just to turn that one back. Hay to Murray. Brown, no one coming at her, finds Clancy. Oh, and Ryan Coe's hunting, able to get it. Chases on between her and Emily Brown, but Brown just giving away the contact. Neither of those two are going to pull out of that.
No, that's exactly right. Good persistence from both of them.
Yeah. and clean, you know. It's, and that's what the other thing today. It's been some great contests, but all in the right spirit and just at the ball as we see North.
That's always a good game, Yarra and North. I think it's both teams come away enjoying it.
Oh, and there would be a huge amount of respect from both clubs
ways.
for the other club,
Long time rivalry, really. I mean, I know North probably hasn't been up in the finals in A grade for a little while, but, you know, prior to that, there was certainly a long time.
Yes, in the Breeder and Ellie O'Kane days.
Yeah.
Most of these Yarra girls are probably still playing then.
That's exactly right.
Not that they're old, they've just come through so young and just been around for so long, as we see Brown with the penalty there.
Which is just awesome for Ovens and Murray netball anyway, isn't it?
Absolutely, yep. So North Albury have gone to 30, trailing Yarrawonga 32. North Albury centre pass, so Colhagen to Lischke on the drive. She's not quite on circle edge, gives it to Colhagen. She opts to swing it to Brown. Kelly trying to find some space, but dangerous, sitting off, and then Irvine picks it up on the circle edge. Kennedy to Grimmond. To Irvine. They're great hands there by North, just trying to slow down the pace of it. Casa ends up with it under the circle, so she's rolled into the game, replacing Kalisha Pell. Takes Yarrawonga to 33. Irvine cross court to Leslie, kept it in, did a great job to do that, but Lischke on the other end of it.
And just contesting that ball forced that error though, didn't it? From or for Maddie wanting to have a go at it, so forced that. Otherwise, I think. Oh, who was it? Laura.
Yes.
She would have pulled it in if
Kelly finishing off for North Albury.
Yeah, back to North Centre. So
got one back.
I was going to say, and a key to try and score off this, just to build a little bit more scoreboard pressure.
Absolutely. So North, Emily Brown finds Kelly under the post, finishes off. So we've got a 1 point a game. We've gone nearly 9 minutes here on the NZ Albury time clock. It's Yarra by a goal. Yarrawonga centre pass. So Ryan, they're just having to work it round. Cassa's coming out again. I wonder if they've rolled Castor on just for that experience in these dying stages.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that can be key. You get to that 10-minute mark, and that will be what Em will be trying to get the young girls refocused again.
And look, that's the thing with a young side. Like, I mean, North, I think North are everyone's Smokies and Colhagen, beautiful shot. Because young players, and we saw that probably with Raiders last year, they love being the underdogs. They love that fight, and I imagine these North girls are probably similar and will rise to the challenge. So.
Yeah. And you're right, being the underdog sometimes can be such a benefit. You've got nothing to lose.
That's right. And Kennedy finishes off with a beautiful goal for Yarrawonga.
And I think if you were young and you've got an Em and a Grace on the court with you and seeing that tenacity, you can't help but try and match it.
No, they lead from the front, don't they? See the way they play, and that's so important. As you see Brown with the ball again, patiently gets it across to Lischke. Smart just to come off and then create some space back at the top to come back onto.
They do that really well, Em and Maddie together. They get that timing right.
Pops it in, so it's back to a goal. 34 plays 35. Yarrawonga centre pass, so you feel like all the pressure's really on them. We've gone 10.5 minutes. So Irvine, the penalty pass outside the circle. Hay trying to work into that front space to stop the pass to Kennedy. They get it to her eventually. And an uncharacteristic miss from her. So Grace Hay.
It's that end, I think. That happened to Soph a few times. They looked like they were going to go in and they popped back out again.
Yes, not the scoring end.
Yeah.
And well held there by Lischke just to wait, put the fake up. So Lischke again to sister Maddie. Pass taken, so Brown with the ball inside the goal third. Kelly goes over to her. And the two middies just working it between each other, waiting for the shoe to present. Kelly finishes off. It is even Stevens. 35 goals apiece here with about 3 minutes to go. North Albury centre pass. They just need to hold their nerve and continue to play like they have the last 2 quarters.
Yeah, it's going to come down to composure between either side, isn't it?
Yep.
I've loved actually the rotations of both sides. Like you both used all of their bench really well, and that's kept each other then. Trying to work out what's the next move going to be. I mean, as much as we know that's who the shooters are, but it's still you've got to change what you're doing out there, haven't you? You've got to adapt.
Oh, and Kelly rolls around and it eventually drops. North Albury lead for the first time since the first quarter, 36 goals to 35. Laura Ryan able to hold her feet and get it back to Irvine. Yes, and I think these two sides will use their rotations. Corowa, not as much. They probably don't have the depth to use theirs. Wang have had a lot of depth to be able to use their rotations, but Izzy Newton, if it's a serious injury, that's going to take out at one of theirs. Raiders have used it a little bit, although they have a fairly consistent side, but they certainly have some players they can roll in. So North with another turnover here. Yeah, so it'll be interesting come finals, if it is hot, how those rotations play into the game.
Yeah, and that can play a part too then, depending on where your B grade is as well, isn't it? As far as increasing those rotations and, if they've got to play the same day, or A, managing court time, and B, like
That's
6 quarters in a day is a big day anyway.
Huge, yes. So North Albury have gone to a 2-goal lead, 37 plays 35, 2 minutes to go in this quarter. In the North Albury goal circle, Kelly with the penalty pass and shot. She's going to take the shot. Pops out here, so Yarra has the opportunity to get one back. North pressure defensively just gone up another notch. Yep. Really try to take the space. Lischke,
that was just size.
Went everything, didn't she? A loose ball there, but the umpire's taken it back. Brown taking a big breath. So Casa finishes off for Yarrawonga. It's a Yarrawonga centre pass, 36 plays 37. Well, we have a draw.
Oh. What does that
dare call it?
That's right. I was going to. What does that do to the ladder?
Well, Yarra again clear, so they would remain, remain clear.
So that's favourable to Yarra. A draw.
And Casa, no goal. Umpire has called held ball again. So North just need to work it down and continue to attack. So Brown just controlling that mid-court. And works it to the pocket. Her and Lischke really are quite the combination there as Soph Colhagen goes for the shot. Leslie can't keep it in, but it'll be a contact call on Kelly. So Yarrawonga with another opportunity here. Just over 30 seconds to play.
Oh, well done by Gemma, wasn't it? Just took the bump and then be able to release herself onto the ball.
Yes, and can North create an intercept here? It'll be... Oh, Cass has missed it. Grace Hay couldn't get under it on that occasion. She sinks at that time. It's a North Albury centre pass. There's about 15 seconds to play. They need to get it in. Even score line here. They need to send it. Someone needs to be at home. Take the pass, Emily. You don't have time. And they need to draw. Oh, and it's going to be Soph Colhagen with a shot on the buzzer to determine the game. And she's fallen short. So we've got a draw. 37 goals apiece here between Yarrawonga and North Albury. And we need to find a best player.
Oh, gosh. That's really tough, Tam.
It is tough. It's hard to go past someone like Well, I thought Lily Kelly's had a good game.
Yeah. And who's been integral, though? Well, either way, like North had to fight their way back into it, didn't they? Gosh, I don't know.
It's a tough one. So we're just going to get our player of the day. Yep. Just North Albury just having a moment in the centre there to come together as we get the best player. And it looks like Raiders have got over Raiders have got over Corowa in the end by 5 goals.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry. No. Raiders have shot the last 5 goals of the game, was it, to get the win?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a cracking game there. It's looking like it's going to be an amazing. Yep. Thanks, Leash, for joining us.
No worries, thank you.
You've got to head off to your next game. Yeah, well, good luck. Lily Kelly, our player of the day for McRae Motors. Congratulations on what was a... Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. We'll just sort out the headgear and we'll be there in a minute.
There we go.
There you go, you got it. What a game. I mean, it's a bit of an anticlimax to finish with a draw. You guys obviously had a lot to play for trying to get the second chance, but I think the way you fought that out, to come back in that third quarter, to stick at it in the fourth. What did Em say to you guys at 3/4 time?
Just that we had nothing to lose, and it was just 4 goals at a time, and then anything could happen.
Yeah, and you chipped away. I felt like the change came in that third and fourth quarter. You just became really patient, seemed to change the timing to be able to come onto a clean ball. Was that something you guys were conscious of trying to do, shorten it up?
Yeah, definitely. We knew in the rain that we had to play short and not force long balls.
Yeah, and how are you going? I mean, you're obviously having a fantastic year. You've just snuck off the top spot in the hot shots, but who knows after today. But you're obviously having a fantastic year. Tell me about the group of girls that you get to play with.
They're all amazing. I get along with all of them.
Yeah.
It's just really fun to be a part of, and I think second year at A grade we've all just sort of gelled better together.
Yeah, and look, you've got obviously a very young side, but you've got some super experience in Grace Hay down one end, obviously Em Brown through that mid-court, really directing traffic and helping everyone. Well done. You had a fantastic game today. It was a really, really well-fought contest. I think we were just saying, despite the weather, some really skilled netball. It's a draw. Probably won't get you to that double chance now, but we are really excited to see what North Albury brings in the finals, so all the best.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lily. So Lily Kelly, our McRae Motors, a player of the day in what has been a drawn game here between Yarrawonga and North Albury, 37 goals apiece. Probably, depending on what happens next week, both sides playing a bottom 5 side, but probably costing North Albury the double chance, but I don't think that's going to impact their final series too much. It's going to be a whole new ball game come the first week of finals. Thanks to everyone for listening. Next week we go to the Wangaratta versus Raiders game. It will be 1 versus 2 to see who's going to finish top of the ladder there. So tune in for that one. It's our last round of the game of the year before finals, and we welcome back Ree Harris as well. Looking forward to that. Thanks to everyone for listening. This has been O&M Live, and on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.